Hello everyone, Pierce Nation here. Just gonna do a quick update video, and yes, I now have glasses because I can't see worth the shit, like I explained further on. So what is gonna happen here is for about 2 or 3 days, I'm gonna be gone and won't be doing videos for 2 or 3 days. I'll try to do them off my phone, but no guarantees on that, so don't hold me to that. But we're about to get hit with a giant ice storm, and I got to leave my house, go to my parents' house, so that, you know, I can do everything, go to work, search for jobs, you know, all that good stuff. So I have to leave to go and do that. So I won't be around for most of the other shit that I normally do. Tonight I am going down and playing cards. I actually do feel better. Didn't get a call this morning, so that means that I don't have COVID. Probably have like oh shit, I don't remember what it's called, some sort of virus, but it's basically just like the common cold. It could be, or it could be like flu, and flu is not really, for me it's not that contagious. I've had the flu before. I've had it like twice and passes right through every time. And I got fever up to 102.6 the other night, so that was very concerning, which is why you guys got that upload that morning and you got nothing else for like 18 hours, 19 hours, something like that. Then I still wasn't feeling good yesterday, went to get a COVID test, and then, you know, as soon as I got home, I sat down right here and I typed out the Eldritch one, because the Eldritch one was already done. The Eldritch one was supposed to go up, you know, about 8 hours after the first one, but I did not get to it because I was not feeling good and could not even get out of bed. I had to force myself out of bed to even get to the doctor. And then once I got up and moving, I was okay for a bit. But very, very tough. So, you know, we do have all that. Like I said, I'm going down tonight and playing cards. I'm going down to the card shop and seeing what Buddy's come up with. I did trade him and evenly matched. So, I want to see what kind of Altergeist cards I can get. Again, that's on the lowdown. I'm searching for a bunch of cards. I'm searching for Elemental Heroes, Altergeist, any draw cards. As you know, I've made the Exodia deck, and those are cards I'm really looking for. If I could find some Solemn Strikes, that'd be nice. I am going, no matter what happens here, I'm going to keep on trying to pursue my career. Because that's ultimately what we need to do, is just, you know, keep on moving forward, even if forward is a awkward direction at this point. Not for you guys, more of me. It's my personal problem that's going to be a hard thing in going in the direction. But I know with me, as of this video, don't know, I ain't checked it in the past hour, but we hit 98 subscribers. We hit 2 in yesterday and night 4, somewhere around that frame. I know we definitely hit 98 last night. That I do know for a fact. So with that being said, we're going to keep progressing forward, and we're going to keep making content, because we're getting a lot of support. And for all you guys that have joined within the past month and a half, it's going to be good, and we're going to keep right on trucking. I should have done this a lot earlier, but, you know, I was getting back in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I had no idea how any of this went on. I could not tell you anything about effects. Now I can tell you everything. I know everything about the game. I know every single little effect. I know what hits and doesn't hit. The only thing I don't know is the Konami unwritten rules on, like, Dragoon and some of the other cards, where it says target one card and destroy it, but with Dragoon it's not targeting, which doesn't make any fucking sense. I'll just be polite about that one and just say that doesn't make any fucking sense. We're still trying to figure out the ruling on that. I don't really know. You know, that I can get with. I mean, that one I really can't get with, like, no matter any way on the spectrum that I think about it. Now, there's some cards that say banish cards from your deck face down. Okay. And this card says that you can return banished cards, but the face down ones are treated as they're not there anymore. So in that case, I think they need to make like a second banishment zone. One for face down cards, one for non-face down cards. So your banishment typically goes above your deck. So it's normally above it. Sometimes people put it the outside. I think they should make the face up right in front of it. And then like your face down banishments, they should put them to the outside. So that you know that those cards are no longer in play. You can't pull them back. You can't do anything with them. They're just completely gone. Now that would make more sense in a playing perspective. I think Konami's a little in over their head with all these different rulings and effects, and they're trying to make cards like Dragoon and some of those other ones like that their god put in a freaking card game, but it's not quite. It doesn't have the name Obelisk the Tormentor, so I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, man, it's fucked. It is fucked. I said we're just gonna talk about stuff because I will not be putting out content for a few days, so I can speak my mind here real quick, let you guys know what's going on. I am playing Blue Eyes tonight. It's been revamped. I run Fusion Deployment in it, so if you guys are a fan of my Blue Eyes deck, just know you should probably get some Fusion Deployments. You can get them in the Cyber Strike Structure deck. Buy 3 of them or just buy 3 Fusion Deployments. Put it in Blue Eyes. Watch what happens. Pretty quick. Not gonna lie. I'm thinking about putting Cards of Fate in there so I can always get my Piercing the Darkness. Thinking about that. Because if I go here and I click this, you guys can't see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I think that should be it. Nope. The hell? Oh, Draw a Fate. That's it. Not Cards of Fate. Draw a Fate. There we go. Let me see here. So if you guys have the card, you guys know what it does. I'm just gonna read it here. See, because I gotta read this again. And your opponent has this. Okay, so there's a. No, that's why that card didn't work. So Draw a Fate. It's a 2 requirement. So it says if your life points are lower than your opponent's, and your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack on the field, even if it's tied, reveal 3 cards. So if it's tied and they control the highest, then you can still activate this card. Which, more than likely, it's not going to happen. But, there is a chance. And this is the reason why I like this card, and I'm probably going to run it in Blue Eyes until, Battle Chaos comes out. It says, reveal 3 cards, different names from your deck, place them on top of the deck in random order, then draw 1 card for this turn. You cannot set spells or traps. Well, great. Perfect. I'm not setting one, I'm activating one, so big difference there. Know the ruling, no ways around it. This is the things that I talk about all the time. Again, Blue Eyes, if you get Piercing the Darkness and you get let's say Blue Eyes alternative out, the only way you're gonna beat that is you gotta go through Piercing, or you gotta go through Blue Eyes alternative Ultimate Dragon. It's literally the only way to do it. More than likely, you're gonna get popped as soon as that happens. I mean, seriously. Because if you get 2 Blue Eyes, and then, let's say they Kaiju alternative Ultimate, you're not really solving the problem there, you're just making it worse. Because, literally, what happens is, you set True Light, you bring a Machine Go, whatever the fuck you're gonna do, and you pull into Polymerization. You're in the Twin Burst. The Piercing's still there. As long as you have 1 normal monster in your hand, that's a problem. I tell people straight up how it is, like, it's a problem. Now, let's say I go into Dragooblion and Piercing is still on. I'm not gonna Xyz again and waste Dragooblion. That would be a waste of my time. Because Dragooblion, also gets the boost because he used a normal monster. Like I said, just about everything you do with that card guarantees that it's gonna happen. The only thing it doesn't work on is link monsters. Like, that's why they don't really link very often. Like, I'll go on like Link Karibo just so I can get into a normal monster so I can draw cards. But even then, it's like it's very difficult for you to be able to respond to most of the things that Blue Eyes are doing with Piercing the Darkness, because it's a virtual pot of greed if you can activate it right. And you can bounce on and bounce off. You don't want Blue Eyes and Alternative to stay on the field. You want them to continuously bounce. That's why I added all those Xyz cards. So, you know, I link 2 off, bring on the Heraldic Seal, link 1 off with Heraldic, and now I'm in the, you know, my Flash Cannon. You don't know what Flash Cannon Dragon is, you might want to look him up, he's pretty damn good. And you know, 5-headed, I can't really get into him without cheating. So, I mean, like, he is, depending on the situation, he is very dependent. If I have the resource and I don't really give a shit, I'll go for it. But, you know, if I can get into that Red Eyes link, that's what I'm going to try to do, because he's very, very good. Very good. So, a big thing with, now that we've talked about Blue Eyes a little bit, I want to talk about Red Eyes. And as you know, in the last video, I revamped Red Eyes, and I went over the new deck that I made for it. The reason that deck is so good is the Gemini monsters. They are normal monsters when they hit the field. All of them. I didn't know how great that really was. Never thought about it. You know, just keep constantly ditching them into the graveyard. Activate Return of the Red Eyes, and you can get them all on. I guess I just didn't put 2 and 2 together there. I don't know what that was. TCG tally. Yep, I'll get to your video in a bit, my guy. But, yeah. So I didn't really understand how all that worked. Very, very good. People talk about, you know, Darkness Metal, should I run it or shouldn't I? I think so. It can become very, very clutch in the game. Now, I don't think, let me check it here. Now, I don't think that it is considered, I'll get to you in a second. Don't think it is considered a normal monster, though. Hold on. Darkness Metal Dragon. I mean, I do have it, but it'd take me forever to dig this thing out. I just don't have the time to do it right now. So, yeah, he's not. But he does help, because if, you know, you bounce, yeah, I mean, it really does help, because all you're doing is you're banishing 1 dragon type monster. It's very easy. You pick one of the stupid monsters that you run in this deck. One of them. Doesn't even matter. Me, it's probably going to be Wyvern, just because Wyvern has an effect when he's banished anyway. So, like, okay, let's say I send that, and I'm going to go for Red Eyes Wyvern. Now I've run the deck, I do know how it works. So Red Eyes Wyvern. If you did not normal set or summon a monster this turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon 1 Red Eyes monster from your graveyard. With Return of the Red Eyes and with the other card, you don't need to normal summon anymore. The only card you're going to be normal summoning is your Red Eyes Gearfried, your Wyvern, and your Red Eyes Baby Dragon. That is it. You're not really going to be doing much else. Are there other cards in the deck? I think so. I'm gonna pull up my EDO actually. Let's hope it doesn't, try to pull it. Okay, it didn't. Great, fantastic. Because I've literally got everything on there. Let's say I don't want you guys to see the deck that I'm working on, so I'm trying not to give it away. So there's Red Eyes. Okay, so yeah. The level 4s the level 4s and lower, yeah, I was right. Those are the only 3 that you're gonna be using. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in the deck out of a 42 card deck, and the rest are mandatory. You have to run them. I think it's very good. Every deck that I've done has been very good. I get a lot of positive reviews. Everybody really likes my stuff, and that's why I continue to do this, is because they're like, well, you're really good at this, And I have some people that are like, hey, build this, hey, build that. My buddies know that I have a YouTube channel. They've known I've had a YouTube channel for years, and they're like, well, build me Red Eyes, build me Infinitrack, build me Zombies, and I'm like, let me sit down, let me go over, and we'll see what we can do. But I've really gotten it to where it's face down. Like, I've got the decks. I understand how they work. I have taken the time, I've taken the resources, I have done enough research. I know what cards work and what cards don't. Now, there are probably some that I still don't know, but that is just the beauty of playing the damn game. You're not going to know every single card that comes out in this game. I am a YouTuber. I study this stuff every day. Doesn't a day go by that I don't study cards. But I'll still never know them all. I will try my damnedest to know them all. When my archetypes come out, I will know what best cards are for this deck. Just like Fusion Deployment. Fusion Deployment come out in a structure deck. Don't know when the card actually first came out. I didn't hear about it until Cyberstrike. Again, I have been out of the game for a long time. A long time. Like, I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In like 2011. And got back into it last year. If that tells you anything. They say, well, you're really out of context with the DD Kings and yada yada yada. Nah, I played them. I know how they work. I know what to watch out for. Older guys too. I know how to beat it. It can be very difficult beating those decks. I'm not gonna lie, because they were meant not to be beaten. That's literally the intent behind them. So, with that being said, you have to know how to adapt to these certain different styles of decks, and what to do if you happen to face one and you're like, man, I really don't know what to do against this. There's things you can do, and there's things that you probably shouldn't do. Now you can hear me, I'm losing my voice already. You just gotta play it out. Make sure you're reading your cards. Make sure you're constantly been like, what do I have in my deck? When you activate an effect, you're gonna be able to search your deck. So you're gonna have, like, in YCS, I get 180 seconds per turn. So you gotta be quick. I mean quick. So whenever I'm doing my stuff, I activate an effect, I grab that deck, and I'm searching quick. You've probably seen me, shuffle through my cards real quick. That's because we're on a time limit. I do know that I get 180 seconds in a turn. And it is not stalled when you're deck searching. It will keep going. They will not allow you to stall. If you hit that 180 seconds, you will automatically pass turn. That's crazy, and people really don't realize that, but that is a thing. Now, the only way you get around that is if you have a bunch of cards chain reacting at the same time. Let's say, well, I'm going to activate this, I activate that, and then I activate this, and then you activate that. You know, if time's expired, they're still going to let that play out. You know, people really don't realize that you're on a time limit. 180 seconds, that might not seem like much. That is 3 minutes. If you can't figure out your play in 3 minutes, then you're completely dumb. You really are. Now, on locals, you won't have that because they don't even worry about it. They give you like a 45-minute timer and say play. It's locals, no one really gives a shit. You know, you can get into your locals and they're like, oh, we'll put your Konami code in. They don't do anything. It might get you into a regional event. That's how I got into mine. I was playing Drytron at the time, and no one knew how to beat Drytron, so... you don't know what effects to stop. Because all Drytron monsters have pretty good effects. All of them. There's 5. There's Thuban, Audubon, Gamma, Altaz, and then there's Rasabon, and they're all pretty good. And I've went over my Drytrons before. You know what they do. You got Ritual Spell, Ritual Monster, draw a card, bring one special summon a Drytron from the graveyard, and the other one pulls it back from banishment, so. Those are just the normal effects of Drytrons, which, you know how effective they are. I've went over them. If you haven't, search the channel. My channel should be sorted from the most popular uploaded. I should just be able to hit that and you'll find all my deck profiles. There are 2 different Cyber Dragons. I think the most popular Cyber Dragon one is the one that beat Blue Eyes 2-0, which is why I adjusted Blue Eyes. Fusion deployment, so that way I could stop it, because I got to a point to where I couldn't do anything, even with Piercing the Darkness, because I couldn't get one on. So, you know, I'm working on that. I really am. So yeah, you know, that is what it is. But so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head down to the card shop and go and enjoy my Saturday. So I will see you guys hopefully soon. So I'll try to do a video if I can. I will try my best, I promise. But without further ado, I gotta end the update here. Again, I'm doing better than I was, so don't worry about me. I'll be fine. If something happens, I will post and upload telling you like, hey, things have gone for the worst, but as of right now, I'm doing fucking fantastic. My temperature went down to 98.7, so I'm going to try to go out and do stuff, and I should be okay. But I'm Pierce Nation, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Pierce Nation out.